Hello, this is Lady Boulay, and I hope you're having a great day. Thank you for your support. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Thank you for your comments, and thank you for your thumbs up. Thank you for all you do to support the channel. And yes, we are commanded to love one another, whether we want to or not, or whether we agree with each other or not. And today, I just want to thank Black Americans, the Black American family, for resting. I am so happy to see that we are not out there in the streets trying to fight law enforcement for people who never cared anything about us in the first place. We did what we were supposed to do. Our ancestors did what they were supposed to do. They were welcoming. They wanted other Black people to come to the country. They wanted to see other Black people thrive and succeed in this country. So they had the right attitude and they did the right thing. So finally, America started letting other Black immigrants, other Black people come to this country. And when they came to the country, we saw something very different than what we expected. We saw people who came here competing and comparing, and that was unexpected. Now, most of us have not lived among Black immigrants. Now our communities are becoming more diverse and they are coming to the communities more. But in the past, we have not lived among Black immigrants, but their reputation precedes them. So now we have a situation where there is a standoff, sort of. Black Americans are kind of like, no, you do you, and we'll do us. And we're delineating. I see people coming into my comment section, leaving little snide remarks, and I know that they're immigrants, but that's fine. We did what we could do. What people need to understand is when you go into another environment, you have to adapt to that environment. The people in that environment are not required to adapt to you. So we didn't see that. And according to all of the research, a lot of these Black immigrants come to this country with preloaded narratives. That's what they call them, preloaded narratives about the hierarchy in America. And they come to position themselves above Black Americans. And that's what we have seen. Not all of them, not all of them at all, but enough of them that it is a problem. So now we have gotten our own wake-up call that these are not people we need to be putting our lives on the line for, getting pepper sprayed or tear gas or shot with rubber bullets over people who don't care for us. So this was a decision that the collective made, that we're going to sit down and rest. That doesn't mean we're sitting down all day in our house not doing anything. It means we're not getting out in the streets, fighting law enforcement, trying to fight other people's battles. So I just want to commend Black Americans. I just want to thank us for agreeing to do something in unison that's going to ultimately help us in the long run. So thank you for resting. Thank you for choosing peace when the world handed you chaos. Thank you for not letting anybody pull you into battles that were never yours to fight. In a moment when people expected you to react, expected you to explode, expected you to carry the weight of someone else's conflict, you didn't. You stayed focused, you stayed wise, you stayed grounded. Thank you for not jumping into the streets over something that's not our business. Thank you for not letting people who never liked us suddenly try to use us as their mouthpiece. Thank you for not being goaded into arguments that have nothing to do with us. Black Americans have always been the ones who wanted better for everybody, even when everybody didn't want better for us. We carried this country. built this country, prayed for this country. So thank you for honoring our past. Thank you for honoring our ancestors. Thank you for honoring the work they did here. And thank you for keeping on, like we say in the church. And I just want to say that white people have stepped up in a way that I didn't expect them to. They're not fighting all over this country, but enough of them are taking a stand now. And that is what it is going to take because it's their fight now. They have to show their love for this country, their loyalty. They're the ones who talk about patriotism all the time. So now is the time for them to show their patriotism by standing up for what they believe is right. So, what's ahead for Black America? Well, for the first time, we are choosing where to put our energy instead of letting the world decide for us. We're not reacting to every crisis. We're not letting ourselves be pulled into every argument. We're choosing peace. We're choosing rest. We're choosing wisdom. Economically, we're building quietly and steadily more businesses, more ownership, more financial literacy, more people passing down assets instead of just stories. The next decade is going to be shaped by Black Americans who understand money, understand leverage, and understand legacy. Educationally, we're shifting, not just chasing degrees, but chasing skills, tech, trades, entrepreneurship, certifications. We're learning the things that open doors without putting us in debt. That's a game changer. And culturally, our influence isn't going anywhere. Black American culture continues to shape music, fashion, language, entertainment, innovation, not just here, but globally. And that influence is growing. Regardless of what arguments these people try to put up to the contrary, our culture is globally influential. But the biggest shift is internal mental health, rest, boundaries, healing. We're finally giving ourselves permission to breathe, to say no, to protect our peace, to break cycles instead of repeating them. And through all of this, we're staying connected to our roots, honoring our ancestors, honoring the people who built, fought, prayed, and survived so we could stand here today. The future isn't separate from the past, it's built on it. So, what's ahead for Black America? Clarity, ownership, peace, self determination. A future where we're not waiting for permission, not waiting for validation, not waiting for rescue. We're building our own lane, our own legacy, our own future. And we're doing it with wisdom, with intention, and with the strength of everyone who came before us. That is what we're doing now, and that is what we will continue to do. Okay, y'all, thank you for resting and keep on resting. Let me know what you think about this video. Give me a thumbs up. Stay warm out there and have a great evening.